Okay, we're going to show you today a posterior sickle scaler. And as you can see, it is a sickle. It has a sharp tip, not a toe. And we're going to adapt that tip 1/3 of the working end to the tooth. This happens to be a 204S, a very nice one, and it can get in approximately very well. This instrument, because it has a sharp tip, is used supra-gingivally only. So we're going to show you how this one works. You're going to use this just like you would a universal. You start at the distal buccal or distal lingual line angle, go into the interproximal, and then turn your instrument and come into the mesial. Halfway across the tooth, you'll get the other half from the other aspect, whether it's facial or lingual. So let's see how we can figure out which end is correct. Remember, posterior, parallel. So we want to look to see where that terminal shank, which is here to here, terminal shank is parallel to the long axis of the tooth. So let's see where this tip lies when we try and adapt it to the distal of this first molar. Okay. That looks parallel, doesn't it? Let's take a look at the other end. Oh no, that one is across the tooth, so that is not the correct end. So let's flip it. That is the correct end. So just like other instruments that you use universally, you will start at the distal buccal line angle, and again, this is supragingival. You adapt that tip 1/3 to that tooth surface, and you will instrument, turning your instrument all the way into the interproximal. Remove it, turn your instrument. Remember that you need to come back to that distal buccal line angle. And these are kind of oblique strokes that we're using here. We're going to instrument all the way across the mesial portion of this tooth. We're going to begin to roll the instrument halfway across. You get the other half from the lingual aspect. Very good. Let's try the next tooth. I'm going to start at the distal buccal line angle of number 20. Just that tip 1/3 adapted, overlapping strokes, halfway across. Turn your instrument, distal buccal line angle. Make sure you overlap a little bit so you don't miss any aspects of the tooth. Nice little overlapping strokes. And turn your instrument into the interproximal halfway across. Very good.